Hi, in this video we're going to be talking about System Restore and showing you how to enable it and how to use it if you need it. So System Restore comes in handy. So let's say you install some software and it corrupted some system files, or you got some spyware on your computer and it's kind of taken over. So it's kind of a way to restore, I would say maybe some kind of snapshot, for lack of a better word, of a previous version of your Windows system files, or some of the files that is, to kind of get things back to the way they were from a previous point. So when you do a system restore, it's not going to restore your whole computer and erase any personal files that you might have had on there since you created the restore point. But if you make a restore point and then you install some software and then you want to go back to that old restore point, you might have an issue running that software afterwards and need to reinstall it. But you could check for that during the restore process. Okay, so to get to system restore, there's a few ways to do it. So you could just run it using rstrui.exe. That'll take you there. Or you could do a search for System Restore, which is probably the best way to do it. And then you could also get to it from your Windows settings under System, About, and then Advanced System Settings. And Windows 10 is kind of a similar place. You just need to look for Advanced System Settings, which will be on the side here. And I'll take you to the same spot there. Okay, so once you're at System Restore, this one's already enabled, so you just need to click on Configure and turn it on, because it's usually disabled by default. Nowadays, it used to be on by default, but I don't know why Microsoft decided to disable it by default. And then it'll give you suggested disk space usage to create restore points. So if you plan on creating a lot of restore points and you have a lot of disk space, then you could kind of bump this up. Otherwise, you could adjust it as needed. And then you also have the option to delete any restore points that you could have made in the past. So let's say you decided you don't want to use this anymore and you want your space back, you can come here and delete it. Okay, so once it's turned on, just click on OK. And then all you need to do is click on Create to create a restore point. So Windows will create restore points on its own. Let's say if you do some major update, it'll make a restore point first just in case you need to go back, but you could also create them on your own in case you want to kind of back up your system before you install some major software, just in case you have a problem. So all I got to do is click on Create, and let's say this is before installing new software, and just click on Create. Okay, so now it was created successfully. So now let's say you want to go back to a previous version or even look at your restore points. You could click on the System Restore button and then click on Next. So now we have, this is the latest one we just did right now before installing new software. Then I have another one that was created after Adobe and Chrome were installed. And then I have this one that was created before a Windows update here. So let's say we wanted to roll back one of these. So let's say this one here, we want it to go back to this restore point because we're having a problem. So if you click on this button that says Scan for Affected Programs, so there's no problems there. So that's good. So what if we want to go back even farther to this one, which was done before Adobe Acrobat and Chrome were installed? Click on Scan for Affected Programs. Now you can see it's going to tell you what it's going to do. So programs and drivers that will be deleted, Adobe Acrobat and Google Chrome. So it's going to remove Chrome and Acrobat because they were installed after this update was done. And so here's the one we just did. So there should be nothing new after this update or after this restore point we just made. So if we click on that, then that's okay. Okay, so now let's go here and actually perform the restore. So we're going to click on Next. So this is the oldest restore point we have, judging by the date here and time. So we're going to go back to when this was done, which is going to be before these other two restore points. So click on Next. And there's another option to Scan for Affected Programs. Click on Finish. Now it says System Restore cannot be undone after it's completed. Click on yes if you agree. Now it's preparing to restore the system back to that point. It's going to restart the computer, sometimes more than once. Okay, so after quite a few minutes, we're finally rebooting. Okay, let's log in. Okay, so now it's going back to let's finish setting up your device thing, which is what it did after the update last time. Okay, so system restore complete successfully. The system has been restored to this date and time. Documents have not been affected, but you notice there's no Adobe Acrobat and there's no Google Chrome. So if we go back to System Restore, and if we click on System Restore, you see we have an option to undo this System Restore or choose a different restore point. And now the latest restore point is this restore operation. And then we have our other ones behind it, which we could go back to one of these if we choose to do so after that. So as you can see, it's pretty simple to do. Just when you actually do a restore, it just takes quite a bit of time to do so. And you might have to reinstall some software, like in my case, the Adobe Acrobat and the Google Chrome. And sometimes it'll fail too, so I'm just going to warn you about that. So just be prepared for that. It's not a 100% perfect solution there. So once again, just go into System Restore, enable it, choose how much space you want to use, and then just you kind of set it and forget it, or you could create your own manual restore points. And like I mentioned, Windows will create restore points as well every once in a while after certain updates and that kind of thing. All right, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.